the rest of the month, my children, instead of talking about all the issues of Marvel Zombies Return at once, we shall instead look at each individual issue per day. After all, they each tell a complete story while also being a chapter of a greater narrative, so it is something to build up. You will recall that at the end of Marvel Zombies 2, all of the zombified heroes of that world were sent off into parts unknown by a dimensional transporter. Well, they all ended up in the same universe, but at different times and places of that world. The first to land is the Zombie Spider-Man, who tries to use his cosmic powers he absorbed from Galactus to fly and survey his new surroundings, only to find that the cosmic powers have left him while in transport. As he falls trying to use his organic web shooters instinctively to save himself, he has a more gruesome power now, shooting out his veins and arteries and using them as webbing. Pretty sure veins and arteries are not strong enough to hold up a human body or stick to things, but clearly this is just one of the advantages of being a zombie. Zombie Spider-Man has arrived in the universe at a much earlier state, a more innocent time to be sure. He reads in the newspaper about a mystical tablet that he himself had once protected from the Kingpin and rival mob leader Silvermine. The tablet is said to possess the key to eternal youth, and Zombie Spider-Man thinks it might be his key to ridding himself of the zombie plague. The Kingpin, learning of Spider-Man in the area of the tablet, abandons his original plan and instead hires the Sinister Six to deal with the wall crawler. However, the Six do not realize that this is the zombie they are facing, and when he smells the unique herbs that Kraven the Hunter carries with him to enhance his strength, the scent is overpowering, and Zombie Spider-Man devours him. The poor villains are unprepared for such a ravenous foe, and all are killed, save for the Sandman, who runs off in terror at what he has beheld. On his way out, though, he encounters this universe's Spider-Man, and, mistaking him for the zombie, utterly murders him from the inside out. Back with the Zombie Spider-Man, after eating the Kingpin, he discovers that the villainous Sinister Six have been busy after he ate parts of them, and have begun to eat all of Petey's loved ones. The tablet has been absconded with by the Kingpin's lackeys, and everybody Peter knew and loved is dead. Well, except for Aunt May, but whatever. Zombie Petey is feeling pretty bad about himself, deciding to rip off his own skin because, again, zombie physiology is really freaking weird. But the story does not end there, gruesome believers, for the Watcher has been observing these events very closely. He has decided that for the good of all universes, they must stop the zombie plague. For at least a good minute before zombie Ant-Man teleports into the Watcher's headquarters and bites his head off. More on that tomorrow, my children.